I always thought Sarah and I wanted the same life. We'd been together for nearly 4 years, and after I proposed, we began planning a future that felt bright, stable, and full of possibilities. I had just landed my dream job, an executive position at a promising renewable energy firm. The only catch? It was located in a quiet, small town, 3 hours away from the bustling city where we lived. To me, it wasn't a sacrifice. The town had charm, affordable homes, and the chance for us to build something lasting away from the noise. But when I broke the news to Sarah, her reaction wasn't what I expected. She crossed her arms, her voice sharp. "I'm not moving to that boring small town for your job. My life is here. My friends are here. Why should I throw that away?" At first, I laughed nervously, thinking she was joking. But the cold glare in her eyes told me otherwise. I tried to reason with her. "Sarah, it's not just about me. This job pays well, and it gives us security. We can finally save for the wedding, buy a house, maybe even start that family we always talked about." Her lips curled into a smirk. "You mean you can? I'll be stuck in some dead-end place with no nightlife, no career opportunities, and nothing to do. I didn't sign up to Playhouse in the middle of nowhere." Her words stung more than I admitted at the time. I thought we were building a partnership. But suddenly it felt like I was the only one willing to make sacrifices. For the next week, the tension between us was unbearable. Every time I brought up the move, Sarah brushed me off. One night, I overheard her on the phone with a friend. "Honestly, if he thinks I'm giving up my life for his stupid job, he's insane. I love him, but not enough to be miserable in some ghost town." That night I couldn't sleep. My chest ached with doubt. Was our love real, or just convenient while it suited her lifestyle? Still, I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I offered compromises, commuting on weekends, renting a temporary place until she adjusted, even covering her expenses while she searched for new opportunities. But Sarah had made up her mind. The breaking point came at dinner with my parents. They were thrilled about the new job and asked Sarah how she felt about the move. She didn't sugarcoat it. "Honestly? I'm not going. If he wants to, that's on him. But I'm not uprooting my life for something I don't want." The silence at the table was deafening. My mother looked down at her plate. My father raised his brows, clearly shocked. And me? I felt like I'd just been slapped in front of everyone I loved. That night, as we drove home, I asked her plainly, "So you'd rather stay here without me than build a life together?" Her reply was blunt, almost cruel. "If you want to throw away what we have over a job, that's your choice. But I'm not compromising." In that moment, something inside me shifted. I realized love without compromise wasn't love at all. I moved to the small town alone. It wasn't easy at first. The silence of the countryside was jarring, and unpacking boxes in an empty house made the walls echo with loneliness. But slowly, things began to change. My new colleagues welcomed me warmly. The town had a slower pace, but it was rich with community, warmth, and unexpected opportunities. I got invited to barbecues, community fairs, and hiking trips. For the first time in years, I wasn't drowning in the chaos of the city, I was breathing. Meanwhile, Sarah's texts became sporadic. At first, she sent guilt trips. "You're really just going to abandon me? Hope your boring town is worth more than us." But when I stopped feeding into the drama, her messages shifted. "I miss you. Maybe we can try long distance for now. Can we talk about this again?" I agreed to meet halfway one weekend. She showed up dressed to perfection, acting as if nothing had happened. But when I asked if she'd reconsider moving, she sighed dramatically. "I just can't, okay? My career, my friends, my life, they're here. You knew who I was when you proposed. Don't expect me to change." That was the last straw. I took off the engagement ring she'd given back to me weeks earlier and placed it on the table. "Then we want different lives, Sarah. And that's okay. But I won't beg you to build a future you never wanted." Her eyes widened, but she didn't stop me when I walked away. Months passed. I poured myself into my job, made genuine friendships, and even found joy in small things, like morning coffee on my porch while the sun rose over rolling hills. One evening, as I was leaving the office, a colleague introduced me to Emily, a local journalist covering our renewable energy project. She was sharp, funny, and passionate about her work. We started talking, and soon enough, we were sharing dinners, laughter, and stories late into the night. With Emily, things felt easy. No ultimatums, no resentment, just support and excitement for the life we were both building. A year later, while scrolling through social media, I stumbled upon Sarah's profile. She was still in the city, still clubbing, still complaining about her boring job in vague posts. Part of me felt sad, but not for myself. For her. Because I had found what she never understood. Sometimes happiness isn't about clinging to the life you know, it's about taking a leap into the unknown. When Emily and I hosted a small gathering at our home, filled with neighbors, coworkers, and laughter, I realized the truth. Losing Sarah wasn't the end of my story. It was the beginning of a better one. And this time, I wasn't alone.